Okay.
Oh.
I think we're actually moving on with the main quest now, right? Like that's the
I don't
vibe.
remember. I don't remember. I think we were. I think that was necessary at some point.
Hello.
So
Okay, we're back.
cold open. How everyone does it. That's how the professionals do it.
Yep. I can't do any of these side quests. Yeah, because everything we need to do, we have to go to Byzantium.
Wait
I
a
think.
minute.
Right?
Giant. This game has giant capybaras, John.
What game?
Ashfall. This game has giant
Are
capybaras.
those the smiling little rodent things?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm sold. All right. I guess Byzantium. Here we go.
Captain, I'm receiving an urgent docking request from another vessel.
Hello.
Greetings
This is
from the Halcyon Parcel
No
Service.
Gaming
Delivery is
Scientist.
guaranteed within standard margins
Wait,
of
what?
certainty. I've got
I
a
mean, if they're
special
here,
delivery
they know
for
what it
Alex
is at this
Hawthorne
point.
of
But
the Unreliable. With your permission, I'll see it transferred to your ship.
this is kind of.
It's a parcel, ma'am. This is the Halcyon Parcel Service. We don't deal in packages.
Okay.
Should I just keep my snickery mood? Snickery, is that a word?
I don't know.
It is now.
Snarky.
With alacrity.
I think you
Stand
combine
by,
for
Captain
snickety
Hawthorne.
and snarky.
An
Probably.
HPS certified distribution technician has deposited the parcel into your cargo hold in accordance with hazardous. They dispense 3 complimentary spritzes of Anti-Cleo's Citrus Squirt Air Freshener. That's the HPS touch for you, Captain Hawthorne. On behalf of HPS, I'd like to remind you that HPS is... Thank you for your patience. And please remember HPS for all...
Oh, this is one of
This
the
is
DLC.
DLC. Okay.
Yeah, this is DLC content.
Whoa, hold on.
It's like-
something feels off here.
This looks. It's just a cinematic trailer, I think, but
Let's just turn everything to just high. That way it's just buttery smooth.
oh,
Okay. I've also been
Can we
playing.
talk?
No. Okay.
Hawthorne, if you're getting this, something's happened to me. Got mixed up in some shady business on Gorgon.
I'll be honest.
But
This is
I
apparently-
landed on something big. And now this job's an itch I can't stop scratching.
Oh, you opened the pack. Yeah, okay.
I did.
Systems and serfdoms.
There's a whole research compound left to the Sprats. I think I'm close to figuring out why. But something dangerous is closer to me. Got the job.
I just don't know if you're at a high enough level to take this on or not,
Just
but
came into some money, was offering a
Dude,
hefty
last time we
card for
played,
qualified
I
help.
was just destroying everything.
Trust
What are you
me,
talking about?
money's good.
that's true. But this is, I
Talk
think
to
these
Minnie.
DLCs are
Take
like
the job.
considered end game
If I ain't
content.
gonna live to see the payday, might as
I don't
well
know
be
though.
you.
I could be wrong. Maybe they made them so you could do them at
Consider us even, old pal.
somewhere in the middle.
Well, that fellow
I do
certainly
prefer
seemed
that, like-
trustworthy.
I've gotten jobs from some
Wasn't a lo-
unusual sources.
Don't a lot of the
but
Souls
this is a
DLC require you to
first.
like
Congratulations, Captain.
basically completed the
mean to
game
sound
almost
prim, Captain, but
be competent at it?
there's gotta be a better way to ask someone to do
I can't
these
speak for
things.
the Souls ones.
I just want to say, we gotta take this job. This is the
I do know, like,
closest they've ever been to starting a
Horizon
serial drama.
was like
Only
recommended
thing we're missing is
35
a couple
up.
cameras and a soundtrack.
Yeah,
At least this won't be boring.
yeah. No, but seriously, dude, I sent you that video of that guy like making an onyx out of Zonai parts and Tears of the Kingdom, and I'm like,
Yeah.
hold on. Like, does Nintendo own Game Freak?
Well, yeah.
I'm just like, give them that engine. Just give them the Breath of the Wild engine. Or
Dude,
whatever
they
you're
don't.
calling
They wouldn't know what to do with it, Connor.
it. Well, have people from the Zelda team go help them make a good Pokemon game with that engine.
Hawthorne,
It's like it's the easiest answer. 'Cause
I'd
they
rather
built
just
an-
Zelda go
they-
make more Zelda. I don't want. No.
No, I'm not saying the whole team goes. Just like people who understand the engine goes and helps train the other
Don't
team.
care. The- Pokemon doesn't deserve.
I mean, I really do want to see a game that isn't like buggy as hell. I mean, it's
I
still
want.
sold
I
well. So
want.
they're still gonna...
I also want a competent. Okay, that is. See, I wish it.
I do
had,
like. I like how well they mark them though. That they mark them so
Yeah,
that you know that they're DLC.
I do wish they had better ways to mark that it's DLC, but
We are now in orbit above Byzantium.
we'll make that decision later. Okay, time to do her companion quest. What do you want?
Since we're in Byzantium, I haven't actually talked. Anyway, it's probably about time I paid them a visit, given the dangerous life I. Whoa, let's. I'm just suggesting we. See, I'm originally from Byzantium. But I worked so hard. I dropped the accent, picked up a swagger, developed a taste for Spacer's Choice. Huh. Well, I bet they won't know the difference. Oh.
Yeah, I'm intrigued.
Great.
I'm intrigued by Ashfall. Looks
got an
interesting. The only thing that gives me pause is that it's apparently going to be an MMO, so I need to see it in
Weird
action before I make decisions.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I finished Zelda.
Yeah,
Which
I have not. I have not, but I'll get back to it eventually. I've been more busy with other things the last week.
Yeah, and this past week, good thing I finished Zelda because this past week was stressful. Not stressful, just a long week, to say the least.
Do you mind? I'm meeting someone. Oh, you mean I'm supposed to be meeting you? Yeah, you're looking to make contact with Minister Magpie, right?
Yeah, I think you're now further than I ever
He
I ever
spends
made
most
it
of
in
his
the
time
story.
in his estate, which is heavily guarded. Afraid not. He almost never leaves his home, and his guards never leave him. Whoa, I'm not one of your B&E specialists. I just provide intelligence.
It's another zombie survival crafting game.
That place is still open? I used to study there during medical school.
Maybe
We
you
should
could do
check out
some
those new updates
reconnaissance
for
there.
Sons of the Forest
You know,
too.
swipe a key while nobody's looking.
Oh yeah, I stone
remember.
walls, storage shed. Like you can put material in sleds now.
That'll be
And-
nice for log collection.
Yeah, exactly. And just
And
overall, they improved a lot of the building mechanics, and then
Yeah.
they're like slowly making it, I think, so that all the loot drops make a lot more sense. I really think that once they have a full game, they're probably going to change the way that the loot respawns at some point.
Yeah.
Like right now, the system makes sense, but I think at some point it will probably make more sense to just put it on a timer of some kind, and some things, and make some things remain unique.
What I would like is to be able to manually regrow trees, like Valheim status. where you
Regrow-
get tree farms.
Yeah, tree farms, and then just like building a better farming system is probably the right direction.
Just
but
overall.
yeah. Because I actually think like it's the first one of those games. I did like what's the Grounded. I liked Grounded, but I didn't like its building mechanics didn't feel that good.
I once treated a lady who
It
got
felt
a
very
hot
similar
So-
to what
was more worried I
has
ever
come
raised
before.
it
What I
myself.
really liked about Grounded was like the progression of what you could build based
The
on doing research of the items. That's what I really
Yeah.
enjoyed about it.
Yeah, and the actual RPG mechanics I think were a little more robust,
Okay.
but that's because it was Obsidian.
All right.
Hey.
My charm is through the roof. Let's do this.
You.
Isn't it like 110 or something?
It was quite.
You're
It's quite.
looking at the
It's quite high.
minister's Newest. The others took me out to celebrate. Oh, he's.
Obviously, these are early images, but this
basically the most
the front.
important person in the colony, which makes me the most important guard in the colony.
The front looks interesting too.
That means I got a key to the That's right. Not just. That's a great. Here's. Wow. Listen to me. It's not every day you get your dream job, right? Wow. You got like. Oh, Laws. I gotta stop.
Only 2?
Have you always been here? I really shouldn't.
Nonsense. You've got to.
Yes, I can. I don't feel.
Lovely. I remember doing this now that I think about it.
Yeah, like I said, I think you're further than I ever got because I don't think I ever went to Byzantium. Okay.
I like that he has a death gargle. Okay. On the flip side, I've been playing Fortnite, and I enjoy it. I'm having a good time.
How does it balance? How does it balance to Apex? Because I know Apex is like the big battle royale you've been into. I've never been into any of them really, so like none of them have appealed to me enough to dive in.
Hello. Okay.
Yeah, it looked more like a river than a.
Yeah, like
yeah, I think it's a sewer. I think it's a sewer. I think it's like a canal that serves as a sewer system or something.
So in Apex, since there's ranked, I play a lot more like. What's it looking for? Hello. Feel like there's a way to do this. Did he have an ID on him?
Wow, that's Will the depravity never cease?
Oh wait, there's a ladder. Okay, because the implication is there's a ID I can take. Which shouldn't he have had one?
Oh, what was I gonna say? I don't know.
Huh. He doesn't have an ID.
Interesting.
There's a guard just facing me when I get in there. Let me answer your question. So for Apex, I play ranked a lot, so I try to be more mindful of, actually trying to win. Whereas Fortnite, I feel like I can just be sweaty as hell and be fine because, like,
okay, so it's a little more. It can be a little more laid back than.
Yeah, absolutely. Like playing duos with my coworker. We are just sweaty boys running through everything. And I feel like the aiming is way more forgiving. Oh, crap. Crap. Okay. We're just going to commit. Where are the stairs, Connor? Yo. Okay.
Take your best shot, asshole.
Oh God.
Oh, hello.
Oh.
Well,
you're still destroying everything.
I was hoping I'd. Okay. Okay.
You're just becoming the. You're just gonna destroy the board.
You just slaughtered those guys.
So this is one of the guys who runs the colony, huh? Small room for a big shot.
If this is about another aether wave clip or radio spot, you may kindly fuck off, as the parlance goes. I'm not doing any more. Slowly and loudly, Aloysius, that's the only way these morons understand anything. I said, you may tell Charles to go fuck himself. Oh, terribly sorry. I thought you were part of Rockwell's PR team. That means...
That was an odd change of tone.
Right.
He's part of Rockwell's PR team. So you're part of Rockwell's PR team, and you killed my entire guard? What?
Drugs, of course.
The conclusion doesn't make sense.
I don't know if our chemist...
Will that be all, then? Process of elimination. Of course. It's... Chairman Rockwell. He's kept me under house arrest for...
Yeah, sure. It's always...
And again, we're flying through the dialogue because I can read faster than they speak.
This is important.
Yeah. This is much for...
Whatever Rockwell's doing, he'll be doing it from the HHC headquarters.
When is the sequel coming out? Because, like...
I don't know.
Dude, like...
Didn't we hear about it 2 years ago?
At, like, a Game Awards announcement, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Was it 2 or 3 years ago?
This is about more than bits.
Long enough is what I'll say.
Via the Acropolis district, of course. But only board employees. There might be a route through the maintenance tunnels, but I'm...
Oh, this looks interesting.
Well, you won't have much human company. When you reach the HHC building, this access...
Phantom Blade Zero looks cool, too.
But what is... I've gathered...
It does, and I really hope...
The Earth...
It looks flashy, but I wonder, like, how much of that will actually translate. I think Sarah on Ninmax said that exactly what I'm thinking is, like, how much of that will actually translate to me doing it, not just it being scripted.
Like, sure. Yeah.
Because if it's all scripted, like, sure, that's still cool looking, but then just make it a fucking cutscene, you know?
Yeah. Well, some of those scenes I looked remind me a lot of the movement in Sekiro. So it could be like a little bit of a
you break their posture. Yeah.
Well, it could be a little bit of a prompt type thing for like the navigation and stuff like that. So like, you know how you use the hook, the little hook shot thing.
Hook, yeah.
What's gone into Bachmine? Citizens, today marks a monumentous occasion in the course of Halcyon history. After a deep and thorough examination of our...
This is a really neat area of the game, but
it does look cool.
If they'd sent money to Monarch instead of building even one of those homes, I bet we could have rebuilt Stellar Bay. The whole damn thing.
Yeah, basically. That's the point. .jpg.
The district.
Yeah, I'll have to keep an eye on that one.
You could have asked...
What in the law's name are you on? Sure. Did I say restricted area?
I love that I tried to bribe but didn't have enough money.
The desk job.
That's great. I love that for me.
But you're charismatic enough that you still got through?
I just offered him what they had.
I'm not sure I have ever in my entire life felt more out of place than I do at this moment.
Oh boy.
Is brought to you by Auntie Cleo, a subsidiary of
really need all the security.
Hold on. Let me see. Play. I don't know if I went this way or not. Let's see.
Oh man.
I mean, I presume I have to talk to this lady.
I'm sorry, but I've already exceeded my friendly banter quota.
You know, it.
Please step away.
I'm struck by the thought of like, why would a building? I just feel like so few contexts when you're building entrance room type thing needs to be as big as this one is.
You don't have time to wait on new forms, and I can't afford. Just know.
I love that we got through out of sheer laziness and capitalism.
Oh, did you pay him again or what?
No, he ran out of forms, and I was like, hey, let's just not deal with it. And he's like, yeah, because you don't have time, and I'm going to waste time getting new forms, so... And that's bad for business.
Apologies for the wait. Personal assistant to Adjutant Akande and Chairman Rockwell. I'm also... Oh, you were being... Will there...
Okay.
Excuse me, just a moment. Is there something I can do?
You could dismantle a single room of this place.
Hello?
Sell the materials and feed everyone on Monarch for a month.
Whoa.
I kind of appreciate. I kind of appreciate having Nyoka in here. What are you doing? Oh. Okay.
Wait, what?
Good afternoon. I'm Chairman Rockwell, and I'm here to address a serious issue facing us. As you all know, our colony has been successful beyond our wildest dreams. Unfortunately, we've recently discovered that our food supply will not be able to sustain Halcyon's population in the long term. Everyone will die. Everyone will slowly stop living from malnutrition. But we're doing it together, and that's what matters.
Hell yeah.
I swear, if someone doesn't give me something to read that will placate the masses soon, all of you will find yourselves violently unemployed. But I can assure you there's nothing to fear.
I like the implication that in the far future we're still going to use
It's
those.
called the Lifetime Employment Program.
Yeah.
We will freeze most of the colony to preserve resources, while the best and brightest of Byzantium continue living in prosperity. Look, you idiots! How many times do I have to tell you we can't say shit like that? Fire whoever wrote this! While Halcyon's brightest minds solve the problem of our nutritional shortage, the rest of the colony will be placed in suspended animation. Individuals will be revived on a rotating basis, so that every Halcyonite can be part of the important work of saving our colony. By testing paperweights. Sorry, couldn't resist. Let's go again. And someday, in the not-too-distant future when we've solved this crisis, we'll all be back together again working for the good of Halcyon. Until then, the board shall provide for the deserving just as it always has. So, obey your supervisors, take your vitamins, follow your corporate-mandated grooming rituals,
Of course.
and rest assured with the board on your side, there is nothing to worry about.
Guess
Yeah.
the whole colony's up a...
Yeah. Not to get too in the weeds or controversial, but this game feels like way more on point given recent events. So.
Mm-hmm.
Just like it becomes more true.
Yeah.
Which I always find it amusing that games like this get out there from a company that is like doing the exact same thing. But
What? Oh dear.
I love that I told them someone's looking at your stationery.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I'm not sure how we figured out where the dimethyl sulfide is, but it is what it is.
Dimethyl sulfoxide. That's a fake name, but
That's not how chemicals are named.
How is it spelled again?
Sulfoxide. I don't
first
think
word though too.
dimethyl, so that's 2 methanes. DIMETHYL.
I mean, I guess it's acceptable if you're like in the world of like changing linguistics and like.
It's the sulfoxide.
Yeah, but it would be like, wouldn't they just say sulfur oxide, not sulfoxide?
That's what I'm saying. The sulfoxide part
like,
is where I have issue.
Yeah, but that being said, I think it is somewhat acceptable in terms of like linguistic drift, and it's not newspeak, but like you're gonna. They're probably making a joke with it, but like you would wind up in like colonies like this, you'd wind up with like a significant linguistic drift, and like more than you get in this game, honestly. But it would make it hard to play the game, or they'd have to
look at my lie, Connor. 135.
Or they'd have to, Jesus, or they'd have to make a more involved game to do something like that.
Like, have I basically broken the game?
I know you're just like screaming through every interaction right now. So also like just so I keep like mentioning games that are coming out in the middle of this. Testament: The High Order of Man looks interesting.
I have not seen that.
It's a first-person Metroidvania. I don't know really what that means.
No one knows.
It's a very early reveal trailer. So it looks kind of like perspectives of like a Skyrim style like first-person fantasy thing, but like obviously details of the combat aren't clear, and it's unclear if they mean by Metroidvania. That might just mean that it's a really wide open map without being like open world or something, which I'd be completely fine with. I think it'd be really.
This room is so
really compelling.
Bright.
Be really new.
Not so
Castlevania.
fast.
It's okay.
I don't care if you're a brain surgeon.
Castle.
Worth it.
Like I said, I don't know how you got that.
Oh, you need so much lie. Jeez.
Okay.
Can you put anything on to increase it by 15?
That's
or
what,
take something?
That's what I'm wondering. Hold on. Intimidate. Lockpick. What do I currently have? Hack. Okay. Hack and tech skill. So I have to change the helmet basically. Determination. Can I eat something? And yes, we're gonna go through this.
It's
Hey, this is role playing, baby.
Yeah.
Caffeine in lotion form?
What?
One of the things this said caffeine in lotion form.
That's sounds
I
it
mean,
would work.
Yeah?
It would work to some extent. I don't know if it probably wouldn't work as fast,
Okay,
but
let's see.
Like I said.
Intimidate 70. So what's easier to get up there? Intimidate 50. I still can't believe my lie is not that high. Okay, intimidate plus. Still not gonna do much.
You could see if what if the
Does persuade fall in lie?
I don't remember.
No, persuade's a different. Okay, lie and persuade are different.
What subset or what like top level thing is lie under?
Dialogue, but
Oh, okay.
And okay, I guess we won't go that way. Hello? Wait, what? Caroline.
I think I'm gonna start taking my lunches out in the city. That woman from downstairs is still in the cafeteria.
That's sign.
I mean, this looks like an interesting game. It looks like it's might be a little rough, but
She found a badge one of them had dropped and went down to return it.
Okay, I vaguely remember this now, where like you just get them to annoy each other. See if I remember how to do this. Because like I don't think I shot my way through everything.
Hey, did Tillman get transferred or something?
That's right. You weren't here.
Sorry, I shouldn't talk.
So
Not without
EDL
signing a
officers
waiver.
Took him into custody.
Oh, law. What did he?
Okay.
Okay, that doesn't do me good.
there's this game coming out where you get to play as an Aztec person, like fighting the Spanish.
I saw that. Or I
Looks
saw that it
interesting.
exists. I didn't actually look at like any gameplay or anything.
It looks interesting. I mean, a lot of people are commenting on the cities being a bit like drab looking, and they should.
Oh no. Okay.
It's coming over this way. And they should improve the color palette because, like, supposedly even in like Spanish writings back to Spain or in private journals, they described it as like some of the most beautiful cities they've seen. So should have a lot more color. Another thing that would be interesting to me is that if you had the opportunity to, because like part of what happened with Spain, like Spain, that like allowed them to be successful, they just had a lot of allies with other tribes who did not like the Aztecs' position in their society and the role that the Aztecs played upon them, and that like served as a wedge to allow them to win. Because like they, even though there was disease and stuff, they
Don't
wouldn't
let the
have
guards-
won with the number of people if they hadn't ways to like break those relations. So it'd be interesting if they allowed an option of like,
Sorry, I shouldn't
instead of
not without signing a waiver.
just siding with the Aztecs entirely, like making common cause with the others, kicking the Spanish off and like doing better with the tribes or whatever. That'd be interesting as an alternative history.
So I have an idea what to do. I just can't find the person to actually like start this with. Because I think I'm supposed to start like a commotion. A ruckus, if you will.
A ruckus?
A ruckus.
Just throw a bomb in the middle of the floor.
Hey.
That second hey sounded a little more
Don't let the guards hear you
brusque.
ask. Sorry, I'm kind of in the middle.
Ah, they're making a total war in Egypt.
Oh, you know, this is certainly a conversation where... In that case, I can...
Hello? See, this is what happens when you have your skill for science be set. Oh, that's not that actually impressive. But if I need a lie, can you walk any slower, lady?
Hold, I need a favor. Think you could let my friend through just this once? After all, you still owe me.
Fine. But I don't want to hear anything about the catch-up packet incident ever again. And she's on her own if she runs into the guards downstairs.
You're the best, Holt.
How bad do you think it'll be if I just lockpick that door? Or not, never mind.
Every game has to have a glider now.
Yeah, that's the design choices we need to take from Breath of the Wild. Everything needs to have a glider.
Towers of Agasba. I don't know if you've looked that up. It's a
No.
very, very early announcement trailer from a few days ago. It looks interesting. It actually looks interesting, and the lore looks compelling from the announcement trailer. Like sometimes I get announcement trailers and I'm like, this looks so boring. It's like military shooter. Another zombie survival game. Okay. Until I play any of those zombie survival games, I don't know if I'm gonna like them or not. Obviously, I don't know if this is gonna turn out good. If it turns out like buggy or like just uninteresting, it's like,
Yeah.
it's just another survival game. There's a ton of those, so. Oh.
I mean,
this is really neat.
Whatever.
What? Saw something.
Go. Land him, Captain.
Whatever. Let's do this.
You're just.
The board's now angry. Why would they be angry?
You just.
Why would they be angry, Connor?
Well, I think we've made our choice about the decision we're making about the final direction of the game, like who we're siding with, or at least not siding with.
Hello.
Because Phineas Wells is that his name? Phineas Wells is a bit insane himself, but
You got it.
Ellie did not, though.
She's fine.
Oh, those are the people who were yelling, "I don't want to die." Okay. I thought those were the soldiers. That's why I found it amusing. Just because it was like, I thought they were cowering because of some, like, your skill set or something. But no, it's just the scientists yelling about it.
Yep.
Which is, like, fair. They're literally indentured servants for this laboratory. They don't have much of a choice in what they're doing.
Can I not jump over? I'm like...
Are these, like, cloning vats here?
I don't remember, I'll be honest with you.
Oh wow! So if you like do this, you're gonna basically
Kill the people
entire,
that are there.
Kill the entire program. What does doing 26% do to you?
They can still survive if I leave 73%.
Did you do the second one, the 73%?
Mm-hmm. Let's see what happens here.
The thing is, like, are you even going to be able to exist in the city anymore?
That's a good question.
Like, at some point, you'd think that they would just be... You would never have the ability to...
I would be just fucking blacklisted.
Like, except for maybe in Stellar Bay.
Yeah, and then I don't think I can do Ellie's side quest anymore. Which, I mean, I don't care for Ellie personally, but... Let's put our gun away.
You do have enemies on the map, just... So.
Okay.
Sometimes she needs a little assistance.
I'm confused on why she's meleeing.
Did you set her to do...
No, not that I'm aware of.
Nyoka or Ellie?
Nyoka.
Well, she does okay with it. It's Ellie that's concerning because she keeps getting herself killed.
We got the drop on it.
The only thing about this, I wonder how well they'll like introduce stronger enemies or anything. Because like, that's the other thing is you'd think they'd introduce stronger enemies. I like how like random people are now just shooting at you.
Well, they had a name.
Oh, did they? Oh, okay.
So what's your deal?
What does that? What? What? Hortense Inglesby. Excuse me?
That's her name.
Honestly, sure. Some of the names you get in the 1900s or the 1800s are also wild in the United States.
Something's not right. You are
I went for... Hello? Hello? Okay. We're just gonna go. We're just gonna go.
Yeah, so this is... I just looked up interesting names. Okay, so we're doing this. I'm sorry. This is because I just got into this. So these are like old. Why is my DPI not setting properly? Oh my god.
Oh, there's a lot of people now.
Will we make it through? I actually think so, because you haven't used one of your healing items that you had back in one of the old rooms. I'm slightly surprised, because I thought that it would actually scale better than this. I didn't realize you'd be able to, like, walk through...
Just fucking mow down everyone.
I didn't think it would be, like, even now I thought you would face more difficulty.
Yeah, I don't remember if this game scales.
Or like scaling might be the wrong word, but like at least be more difficult later on, right?
Yeah, because
like
look at this.
It doesn't need to be like, it doesn't need to be overly punishing by any means, but like
absolutely not. But like,
I don't know if jumping off of there will be it's gonna be a good
probably
idea
not.
or
Probably not. Probably not.
Also, that's the you know what I thought of when I saw that? I was like, that's exactly where in why is my pointer so slow? My God, the whole like DPI setting on my mouse is screwing up. Logitech.
Huh?
Let's. How do I DPI? Yeah. Also, I love how the presets are all like. Yeah, 1200 is good. Can we just delete these other settings? I don't want you changing to them. Ever.
Hello? I'm genuinely curious how this will play out, because I definitely did not go that aggro the first time I played this. Can you imagine we just go into endgame right now? That'd be kind of hilarious.
If you don't mind, you have a message from Adjutant Sophie.
No one ever looks quite the same in person as they do in my reports. And my reports of you have been exceptionally thorough. You've had quite a career. You have something I want.
Stop it.
I'd like to negotiate.
For some reason,
I'm not here to talk about
the notification
Phineas Wells is
thing on
wanted
this
by the
computer is delayed, so I changed the DPI settings, and then for the next 5 minutes, I'll get notifications as it catches up to what it currently
His
is.
plan is you're in contact with Wells. You were making
Adjutant Akonde.
Let's see what happens.
Now arriving at Phineas's top secret orbital lab.
So yeah, names, old-timey names that sound ridiculous. These aren't the best ones. Like I'm just particularly struck by when you run into like some guy who like has a prominent role in some historical event that you've never heard of, but his name is like Foster Willington. It's not even that weird. Like Foster Wobblesy or something weird like that. And you're just like, what? Excuse me?
I've kept myself busy in your
Foster's got to see. I can't even think of it.
Human test subjects.
But obedience is one. I've seen that one places.
That's not enough.
Pleasant.
I know. I've suspected as much for years. Of course, the board's mismanagement put our colony on the road to collapse. If we... what this means
Can you?
for your fellow colonists? Short of lining up every member of... Do you know what's waiting for us on the Hope? Signed. The board's going to dispose of them all and transform... We need to get to those colonists before the board. Merciful gibbering law, you're a genius. We bring the Hope to us. Skip the entire... Yes, exactly. If we link up the Hope to the Unreliable, then use your navigational...
I've got a healthy disregard for personal...
Your instincts are correct. By any reason, you'll need to switch on the Hope's auxiliary power using the Unreliable. Then, once you've skipped the Hope next to my lab, I'll have...
An entire army of people who've been consigned to cryogenic sleep.
The board would have us believe Halcyon is beyond.
I'm not really sure what.
I can't tell what his angle is because it sounds like he's just trying to like make it so there are more people for the colony to keep existing, which is not exactly
the solution here.
It's not exactly the move long term. Yeah, they should probably be woken from cryosleep or whatever, but like, yeah. Also, like, it's I don't know. Obviously, this game is because, as someone on TikTok said one time, all science fiction is commentary on the modern moment. It's not just speculative.
Absolutely not.
Speculative predictions about the future. Always about the modern experience. Which sometimes includes speculations about how that will. Marmaduke. Imagine how I am.
Hold on, you're telling me
Hello,
that
my name
some
is
some
Marmaduke.
homie's name is Marmaduke.
This is a list of weird old names from American history that like people were fairly common, like not the most common, but fairly common.
Common enough.
In the 17th and 18th centuries. No, sorry. Yeah. No. Well, I guess 17th to 19th century. Sorry. So like
Marmaduke.
Marmaduke. Marmaduke. Gammon. Which I don't know. That
Gammon?
Sounds weird. Yeah, it sounds weird, but like not that weird. That one's male. So those first two, those are male. I'm going in reverse order actually. Submit, which it's a female name.
Oh no.
Alony or Aloni. I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced. It's Aloney, which is considered a male name. Alony.
Weird.
Strangest names in American political. There's a blog about this. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Cephas Benjamin Muma. Cephas Benjamin Muma. Cephas Perry Quattlebaum.
Quattlebaum?
Or like if you're gonna try to pronounce it because it's probably German or Germanic in origin, like Quattlebaum or something like that.
Something about waking a derelict ship puts me on edge.
This is an old blog.
Oh, hello.
Oh my god.
Quincy Duncan.
Oh, I'm gonna. Oh god, I'm in it, John.
What?
Like, Honky?
What's the name? You not just tell me a dude's name was Honky. Yeah.
You can hear me, but I can't hear you. All the time.
Oh, hello? Oh. Hello?
How did you disconnect? Oh, the cord came undone a little bit. Sucks. Okay.
So that was my first death.
Your first death in this play, or?
I want to say ever, but probably not true. Okay.
I think you died in one of the early segments, but it's been a while. It's been a long time. Because early on, there were a couple moments where like you don't have gear and your skills are kind of weak.
Yeah.
But you quickly outstrip it, which is interesting because a lot of RPGs make that a lot more hard. But I think it's interesting too that you're playing on like harder difficulty and still.
Am I?
Like just. I thought you went to at least one above normal.
Dude, hold on. Did I?
I could be wrong.
No, I'm on normal.
Oh, you're on normal. Okay. Games like this are a little weird for like difficulty settings to me. Like I know most of the time difficulty settings do just change some of the balancing and like windows and stat differences. Like you do more damage and take more damage, or you do less damage and take more damage kind of situation. I don't really like the take more damage part. In fact, like anytime I've tried doing a hardcore run in Fallout 4, I download a mod that lets me adjust those settings so I can just make it so that like maybe the enemies need more damage or whatever, but no, like damage to me is normal because I find that annoying. It's like I'm both I'm both squishier and they're a lot less squishy, and I don't see that as necessary.
I'll take your confession now.
Did you replace Ellie with him?
I replaced Nyoka with him.
Oh, was she not doing well?
I don't remember. I just remember him having a better like.
Better ultimate?
Yeah.
Oh, and you have Parvati. Okay.
Hello?
So the mechs are still the part that gets challenging sometimes then.
Apparently.
I think it's just because conventional weapons aren't that effective on them.
Well, I remember plasma being fairly effective, but I could be misremembering.
You're halfway to another level. Okay, so yeah.
Huh. Maybe I should just go through the people.
I have your back, Captain.
Okay.
One down.
Lucius?
Lucius?
Quintus. Lucius or Lucius, whichever, I don't care. So Lucius Quintus Cincinnatus Lamar. God. I just find this so funny because like this is the kind of stuff you run across when you're like just reading a random history book and you're reading about like the 1900s or the 1800s and you just stumble across a name like this and you're like, oh, excuse me, hold on, excuse me.
Oh, so she has like an arc ray. Okay. Yeah, am I finally like not leveled enough for this?
Okay. Furnifold McLendel Simmons.
Furnifold.
Furnifold. Oh, these are so good. I'm sorry. Oh, this is even better. This sounds it might be based on some variation on German, so maybe like making fun of it doesn't make as much sense, but it sounds silly in English and probably would be pronounced really dumb by Americans now.
Why are you all up in their grills.
You can change how close they get, can't you? That just feels like a cruel joke. There's someone who was named Preserved Fish. That just feels like their parents didn't love them enough. Sorry. Outer Bridge. Outer Bridge Horsey.
Big yikes.
I knew about Hieronymus. Because like Hieronymus Bosch is an even older name, an even older well-known name, and because Hieronymus Bosch was an artist, I'm not surprised to see other people named Hieronymus. So yes, that's weird, but you're gonna have that happen because he was an artist in the past. So what does bother me is that Hieronymus Bosch was an artist, but then the series from Michael Connolly, who's a terrible author. I'm sorry if you like his books, you're not correct. You're wrong. He's terrible. He's very boring. But the lead character is Harry Bosch, and his actual name is Hieronymus Bosch. This guy is like lives in like the 90s, so his parents like named him Hieronymus in the 90s. Like what?
This must be unsettling for you, Captain.
Nah, we Gucci, bro.
We got a fight on our hands.
Yeah, I knew Nimrod was a name. Nimrod Lindsay Norton. You know what's interesting? I just was gonna I just heard this in a podcast today, so it's something that I find like interesting and worth discussing. I know this is a gaming podcast, but like I want to be clear where I come from on certain things, so like fuckers can step the fuck back. But I was listening to I can't remember the full podcast right now, but they were discussing like George Washington and his slaves and everything, and like a lot of people will make a lot of these excuses for George Washington, but so in the time period, actually Philadelphia was originally the capital, and Philadelphia was largely controlled by Quakers, who like the thing that you always hear is like, oh, they're a product of their times, and it's like no, the Quakers knew that slavery was bad. The Quakers knew, like they were some of the leading voices to fight it before it was like popular in the popular culture. So they passed a law that actually made it so that if you had slaves in Philadelphia for more than 6 months, they would become free. So
Right.
he and Martha would like carefully like on intervals take them back out of Philadelphia for a couple days to reset the timer and move them back in, because he had to be there to preside over the presidency or whatever. But then these people were like they were in the city, so they would be used for like doing like errands and things, so they would talk to freemen, and they like realized they knew exactly what was happening. They're like, oh, how do they know? And it's like, well, they talk to people, dude.
Doing it.
Because they thought they were so dumb that they wouldn't be able to figure out what they were doing. But anyway, the point of that was partly like I don't like the like they didn't know what was wrong. They were just dumb and idiots.
Nope.
No, they made a very complicated. They bent themselves in pretzels to make it justifiable because they knew they didn't like. It had been many years since there had been formalized slavery in the Western world, and they knew it wasn't a good look, so they had to make a justification for why it was justifiable now.
Mm-hmm.
Thanor.
That's metal as fuck.
Thanor Breazeal. That's a great name. I actually bookmarked this page because this is a great page for like my stories. This is a great name resource for fantasy stories. Like Montresor.
We're alive. We made it.
Montresor.
Never had any doubt.
Montresor Brazil Thanor would be like just a great name in a fantasy story.
Metal as fuck.
Oh God.
That's all I gotta say.
These are so good. I wish I had done this sooner.
This would have been great content.
I'm getting way more of a kick out of this than I expected, but
hey man,
Polycarpus Loring Cushman. Hyrcanus is I think that's a Roman illusion. Brown nurse. I love that. Wankered Poozer.
Wanker?
Wankered Poozer.
Oh man. That's rough. That is rough. I don't even know what I need like skills in anymore. Like
you're just like
kind of like
yeah. Oh, you level up now.
Yeah.
Oh, I said you were halfway to leveling up not that long ago. That didn't take very much time.
No. Which makes me wonder, like, I don't know. Anyways.
What level are you right now?
27. I wonder if I'm like towards endgame right now. This feels like endgame territory.
Captain,
kind of does.
I am receiving. Captain, I shall.
The board is here. I can't stop them from getting me. And there is the board. All their lackeys, they're all a bunch. You fucking pigs!
It would seem the recording captured some rather. How can. Goodbye.
Alright. Let's commit.
Now arriving at Phineas's top secret orbital lab.
I love the way she announces that.
Here, I'm gonna run to I need to run to the bathroom real quick. I don't know if you want to take like a 2-minute bio. That didn't come through to me.
Okay. Alright. We're not changing who we are going with.
This experience with this headphone today is like making me like really more likely to look at the desktop builds.
Let's do it today, Connor.
Oh, I'm not making decisions today, but I can start putting things into a build framework. I'm not limited. Like I told you earlier, I'm not limited to that $1,100. I just like I can do a little more than that. It's just that makes it a lot easier.
Bend yourself, Captain, quick!
Oh.
I'll fix you right up.
Yeah, because that one that electrocutes is the issue.
Yeah.
Vicar, what are you doing, homie?
Okay, ragdolled hard. So this Pringle Gibson, back in it. Pringle Gibson. Did that say arrest receipt?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The you know, if anyone actually watches this, let's piss off someone else. Halcyon, it's the real libertarian paradise.
Yeah.
Where everything is privatized.
Yeah. Confront Sophia. Who's Sophia?
Oh, is it having you go somewhere else? in the
Tartarus
galaxy?
now.
Oh. What's Arteris? Or Arturus, maybe? I don't know.
Captain, as it appears we may... I believe the crew would like to...
So, Phineas got himself... Mr. Phineas is just about
Oh,
the only
Tartarus.
person
I thought you
with
said
To
Arteris. Okay.
extract the scientist, you will need to infiltrate the labyrinth. I am programmed to warn you whenever you exhibit inclinations toward risky...
Getting in is the simple part.
Let's just do it. Kick down some doors, grab Doc Wells, and cut a path.
If you really mean to do this, you should see...
All right.
Count. You can count on us, Captain.
Okay.
Never thought I'd
Next
find
time,
you.
we do the end game.
Seems like
Definitely end game. Yeah.
All right. We'll see you on the next one. All right. Let's go break some people out.
And for another name, Audrey Miles Snow.
Yeah. So, if you didn't catch us last time, we were doing old-timey names, we're going to call it.
God.
So, okay, we're going to alternate boy and girl names, Connor. Go.
Oh, I don't have. They're not listed that way. These are mostly male because they're from like years and years ago, where women weren't able to be in public office. Someone else might have had a different. These are all like names of people who were in office, which I think kind of matters because there's more documentation of them. Like
Transmission terminated.
existing.
Biometric ID. How can I be...
Dagobert Sizer,
I'll be here.
which kind of looks like a German name, maybe. So there's some of these names where I'm like, I'm skipping them a little bit if they're just like, oh, that's Mormon. That's Mormon. Maroney Orson Litz.
Maroney.
Yes, it's Moroni.
Oh, hello. Oh, okay. I was gonna sneak through, but I guess we're going.
Yeah, I mispronounced that one. It's Moroni because it's the name of the angel that supposedly came to the New World. Well, supposedly came to Joseph Smith, and it's supposedly the angel that like spoke with natives.
Yeah,
when Jesus came to the States.
The American angel, yeah.
Yeah.
The all-American angel. Hello? Yep. Why am I exploding?
You're like slowed or something?
I had some sort of like status effect on me that I didn't quite understand.
Who are you fighting with? Are these like sublight soldiers or something?
There's someone from the Groundbreaker.
Oh, interesting.
But then I have a disguise, so like it's...
Storm like
Oh,
that
that's
probably
interesting
gets-
because you're.
Entering the labyrinth's the easy part. Making it back out, I'm still trusting.
Because
your
it does
plan
seem
on
like the
that one.
Groundbreaker people would be like the choice for. Like leadership in this world, or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dillaplane Harrison Wright.
Now, huh? Fear not.
Dillaplane.
I'll watch your back.
I mean, honestly, this name is kind of silly, but I do like it. This feels like it would fit very well in like a weird like fantasy story that's like either steampunk or like an alternative, which this is kind of steampunk, but like an alternative variation of like the Industrial Revolution. But you can do that without it being fully steampunk. So.
Oh no.
Or are you gonna lose your disguise?
Possibly.
That's not good. Oh, when you're standing still, it doesn't do anything?
Okay.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Oh, it's not. Weird. That didn't completely make sense, but okay. But this guy's name is Omicron Pi Lockhart.
Wait, did you say Omicron?
Yep, Omicron Pi Lockhart.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. There's a lot of, well, I wouldn't say a lot, but there's a number of people with the name Moroni. So.
Suspicious.
Archeline Mitchell Doak Henriksen.
Doak.
Or Doka, I'm not sure if the E is pronounced at all in that name. And we have Hortense Inglesby to thank for this.
Inglesby.
That was the name of the character in this game.
Oh yeah.
That caused me to look this up. Brockholst Ludlow Carroll. I like that one actually.
Just fighting everyone with reckless abandon now. Because it's endgame.
Aladar Hugo Hemborski. Aladar Hugo Hemborski.
See, Hugo's not that weird of a name, I feel.
No, but Aladar is a little
Let's
odd.
go, troops. Stellar base.
I think it doesn't sound. I kind of like it. It sounds a little.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna say anything. I don't have a strong feeling about like Vinzetti. Like Vinzetti is probably like Italian or something. So. Blackstone Waterhouse. I like that. Blackstone Waterhouse.
I mean, I do appreciate all these factions showing up. That's kind of nice.
Yeah. It's just what a bad day for that.
It's just
Yeah,
so
he's
funny
coming.
that I go back into disguise like right away.
Okay. Sure.
Well, look who... I'll be... I had heard you'd taken a mechanic under your...
The captain's treated me right. Better than any of you.
And the convicts. The vicar.
Oh, I would go and...
When you go off and get yourself shot...
Are they related?
Word.
They look like
It's a
almost the
wonder
same
if we
character
saw
model
you.
to me.
Then he's an insane person. Yes, but that's between us. As far as my adoring citizens will know. Oh, yes. I don't know what half-baked plans that simpleton in a lab coat has been... Let me ask you something, Captain.
I believe we could ask you.
I'm making actual prog... Oh, right. I'll admit, there's no Look, I'm not an unreasonable man. I can't exactly afford more havoc than you've already caused.
Imla Keith Brown.
Gonna sell your shit for beer money.
Wait, did I just convince him to just be my lackey? Is that what just happened?
The chairman?
Yeah.
All right, MSI. I'm not one for rousing speeches, but the captain needs our help.
What's that? Is that still a corporate soldier? Okay, yeah.
Get in there and fight!
I've had quite enough of you!
Y'all are kind of in the way.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not good. Hello? Just gonna hang back a hot minute.
Everything in my life has been leading up to this point. I am, I believe I am ready for this.
Whatever comes of this, just real glad to know you are.
Captain, you've disrupted the balance of power. You've upset them. I'm afraid, to your credit, Captain, you are, for all your talent. Dr. Wells is being held in my... All that's left to... Fair enough. This and
Okay, I think my armor is actually pretty fucked up. No? Oh, no.
Have good enough, or is it just does it matter that much?
Not really. In my experience so far, not really.
Get ready.
Get past that armor.
I see it now. Not get through.
Here's a little trick I learned in prison.
I don't know if that did anything or not. It would be too bad it doesn't like fall over on its front or something, but
No.
Your life was merely an illusion anyway.
Yo, since when did they have like iframes and shit?
oh, I didn't know they had iframes.
Or like they're like side dodging, dude.
Oh, what you're saying? Oh yeah, they're doing like little combat maneuvers, which yeah, I don't remember them doing that earlier in the game.
Can I get you up?
Those don't have nearly the radius they need to have, I think.
Absolutely not.
That's one of the improvements I hope they make in the next game, including like
Oh,
they did what
bitch.
Oh man. They did what they could with this game, I think, but like
I think I wish I had a throwable too, like some kind of throwable.
yeah, like grenades or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they did what they could with this game, but I think it'd be nice if they improved on some of the mechanics. I don't need the like Fallout thing where every item is possible to pick up, but like I would like to see like a slightly better mod.
Oh,
system.
hello.
Hey, what did you do? Oh, did you hack the drones to fight for you or something? Oh, look at that. Okay.
There you go.
They may not finish the job, but oh, they're doing pretty well actually.
Incoming.
And then Parvati's gonna do that. Knock him down. And then
Never anger a man of the cloth.
Is he like blinded? Is that why his face is all?
I think so. Where? Oh.
There we go. Amazing.
At this point, I'm just gonna make myself do as much damage as humanly possible. I feel like that's the move.
Yeah, that's probably the way to go. There's not like a benefit to the other speech skills in this segment. I mean, there might actually be, because like honestly, there's probably some possibility of like speech checking our way through some of this stuff, but
I'm glad I found that terminal though. That made that a lot simpler.
yeah.
Why won't you just...
Get me out of here!
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You did the right thing. Akande was a monster. Her death was much deserved and long overdue. And you lunatic. Ah! You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you and I would like nothing more than... Earth has gone dark. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate...
Earth is only an idea to us, but that idea is the bedrock the colony is built upon.
I don't want to imagine what'll happen.
You mean...
I'm afraid so, Miss Holcomb.
I think that
We're
needs to
in
be like
serious
a
trouble, my
plot line of
Do you know what this
The
means
sequel.
for Halcyon?
Yeah, either a plot line or a DLC to it or something.
Yes,
Like,
we do.
the story
must
could always
begin
be
the
like
revival process
the colony
immediately.
living with the
We're going to
reality
need a
that
leader, and
they don't know if Earth is there or not. And then a DLC could be like actually determining that or whatever, seeing why they've gone
Chairman,
dark.
You're the best thing to ever... We're not a colony yet. Our future is on...
The night is dark and full of terrors.
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens
done.
according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon
So,
was an unplanned variant.
unknowingly, we probably skipped a lot of side content there, but
His actions
it's
altered
fine.
the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair.
So what's up the GIMP suit that this scientist has on right now? That's the question I have.
Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's
Hardy.
authority,
What a way to
many
describe
of the
him.
colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Between MSI's worker-centric policies and the iconoclast's manpower, Sanjar and Zora were able to rally many of the Terra 2 townships to their cause. MSI's workforce swelled, and the iconoclasts enjoyed a significant surge in their ranks. The board was too distracted by infighting and internal politics to stop MSI from becoming a powerful corporation and a refuge for townships that might have fallen through the cracks. Sublight Salvage adapted to the changes in Halcyon, shifting their business model to suit the times. Their claims of legitimacy were scrutinized, but ultimately
I could listen to this man speak forever.
Lilia Hagen would continue to protect her family as ruthlessly as ever.
So with this done, we can do full steam on Jedi Survivor again.
She and her followers transformed Edgewater in their image. Anyone loyal to Reed was pressured into leaving town. And those who
Then I think once Final Fantasy 16 comes out, we'll do like a couple of videos, not a series, because I want to go through that game at my pace. There'll definitely be one to see what.
That'd be kind of a cool one to start on maybe a stream.
The groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability.
That might be the way to do some of those one-offs.
Yeah.
Put things back on Twitch. Post them there for a day, and then we can post them to YouTube.
The groundbreaker looks promising.
But I think Twitch still requires you to keep them up for 24 hours.
And the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to,
I don't understand how you can possibly have
gave them little choice
a perfectly valid
nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less.
At like $500 or
even
less,
had to get
and then there's ones that sell for nearly $5,000.
It was a dark time indeed.
Excuse me?
Ellie savored her adventures on the
AMD
Unreliable.
Threadripper 39.
Once they were done,
3990X.
she returned to life as usual, running missions of dubious legality, shunning respectable work, and living life to the fullest. She meant to reach out to her one-time captain, but she was always bad at keeping in touch. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening.
All right, I'm gonna start asking you questions while I'm on here, because I'm looking at the PC Builder website right now.
There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair
What's a good
colony. Felix never had a head for numbers.
Unless you want to just finish this first.
There was labor to be done.
No, so in terms of CPU, you're probably going to want an AMD simply because it does multitask well for streaming and whatnot.
I was already going to do AMD.
Yeah.
All the problems I have with my laptop, I don't think have anything to do with it being an AMD. I've been otherwise happy with it. It's just the audio.
Now, case-wise, I think you're very much just a simple man in terms of a case.
Yeah, but I think I want another slot for an extra hard drive. I don't want to have enough I/O. So
hard drives at this point are going to be determined more by your motherboard than by your
I'm talking like the case, like being able to put the case together. I want like the case to be able to like accommodate like just
I see.
Probably like at least 6 USBs, maybe like 3 or 4 A 3.0 or 3.1 A's, and then a few C's, and then like I wouldn't mind having like actual SD card slots in there too.
She decided to remain aboard the Unreliable permanently as its chief and sole.
Things like that. Like I don't want it to be complicated.
Do you want Wi-Fi on your motherboard?
Nyoka's memories eventually
Because otherwise you'd have to buy something separate for Bluetooth.
There's a constant reminder of the
oh yeah, then yes.
Okay.
And so she
I don't know how often I'm
Monarch
using Bluetooth, but
to
I
get
still
back to what she found most comfortable.
think it's worth it.
The deep end of a bottle.
So, I'm trying to figure out like what's the right price range for the CPU here, because
but travelers often
it looks like the AMDs are actually at a reasonable price.
All right. Cooler, we're just gonna go with the stock cooler for your CPU.
The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product.
I'm doing a builder now, yeah.
And maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest lasting, toughest acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose
Wow,
and
why is
vigor.
it so blurry?
Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. He eventually came to terms
Oh,
with his
that one
own
doesn't come with
past
a stock
and was
cooler?
able to forgive the mistakes of his younger self by devoting his remaining
I can't read
years
any.
to
I can't read
serving the
anything on
colony.
your screen.
In
Yeah,
the
I'll
end,
move it
Dr.
around in a
Wells was
bit,
able
in a
to save
second. So,
every scientist and engineer aboard the Hope. Over the next decade, nearly all of the Hope's remaining colonists were successfully revived. Halcyon saw a period of rapid technological and scientific advancement. Breakthroughs in dietary supplements saved the colony from starvation. Geoengineering projects and social reforms began to change the structure and character of the colony. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the
so I
fruits of his
say
labor.
a 1 terabyte for right now is plenty.
His work was carried on by the scientists.
Yeah, not to mention that I already have a terabyte drive.
Yeah.
As long as it has, as long as it has a SATA,
The people of the colony worked
like
hard
an
to
extra
adapt
SATA
to
slot,
the new
I have one that I can take out of this
Alright,
laptop. And they're- I actually have
this
two I can take out of here. I have the NVMe drive can actually be taken out of here and put in there, and so can the SATA hard disk. So it actually might be an
And
SSD.
this is where you're gonna spend most of your money is the freaking graphics card.
Yeah, so don't know what the right choice is here. I want it to be future-proof enough that I'm not like.
I recommend a 3000 card. I'm just trying to figure out which one.
So like, don't worry about the 40 series. Yet.
No, absolutely. They're not, one, they're power hungry, and two, like they're just not worth it right now.
Okay. Not enough. Not enough performance benefit for the price you pay.
No.
For most uses, anyway.
Survived the turbulent years that were to follow. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
What's the typical VRAM right now in a lot of?
A lot of it's 8 gigs, which I think mine is 8 gigs. All
8
right.
gig is probably fine right now.
That's the end of Outer Worlds. If you watched it, thank you for sticking around.
Are we still? We're still recording in this.
We're still recording, yeah. But yeah, I eagerly await the second one. I do think, just to shift the conversation a little bit, I do think they need to do some more combat options in terms of just besides melee and range. I think throwables would be a good idea because that'd be fun to mod. I think.
Yeah, improving the mod system too.
Yeah.
I think it made sense for what they did. That they kind of did like a mod. They basically did a modified version of what they did in Fallout New Vegas, where like you just mod it, and like sometimes it has like appearances on the final gun, but like the actual modification process is just taking a thing in your inventory and applying it to an item. Whereas like as much as at times it didn't seem to go far enough in Fallout 4, but like I liked Fallout 4's modification system overall. Part of what frustrated me with Fallout 4 is they spent too much time on like the base building stuff that like I'm like, man, you could have put a lot more time into your like actual like character modding if you weren't so focused on the base building. Like there's part of me that thinks the base building could have been more like you go to some points that are already like little bases that set up that are like safe zones, and you can make modifications to them, but you're not spending your time just like building these structures, which like I say that and I know a lot of people love it, but like honestly, if Outer Worlds were to come out with a model like that, I would appreciate it. Like, 'cause I don't mind the idea of them. There's just like too many of them sometimes, and the building system is not very yeah, what else do I remember from it? Like,
I'm gonna suggest a
I
3060.
think
for
melee
you,
needs to be
actually.
improved too. Like melee never felt like it had a purpose. So, yeah. So, are we still recording? Because we probably don't need to anymore.
Nope.